Schramm construction, and primarily worked Lake Tanglewood in Amarillo, Texas area, and a little bit outlying surrounding area, but we've been so busy here that that's limited us to being able to do too much more of that. My parents bought a place on this lake at Lake Tanglewood in '87, and that's when gave us the idea to build the first boathouse. Was for them in '88, and then the nature of the business to build something, and the neighbors wanted something, and it was kind of started out as part-time, and then in the late '90s got more and more full-time, and then in 2003 it became very full-time, and in 2004 is when I selected on my first galvanized kit dock. I selected Shoremaster and been with them ever since, and we put from 5 to 9 or 10 boathouses a year in 04. I guess 04 the people of the lake started looking for something different than it was at that time that I really realized that there was different qualities and thicknesses of foam, and so as I started looking at this, I realized the same thing in the manufacture and construction of the boathouses. And that's really how I found Shoremaster, was by locating the Rhino floats first. And then that's what started my relationship with Shoremaster. And then realizing that the floats, needed to be a certain thickness or greater, and then got in, ordered the first boathouse, and we haven't looked back since then. The quality of the boathouses, when we can finally get to a customer when it's their turn, and some of them do have to wait, but when we get there and install the Shoremaster boathouses and lifts, we don't have to come back. It's top of the line, and it seems like we have top of the line quality and at a pretty reasonable price. Very competitive. And that's another thing with the Shoremaster, with the concrete decks. We found those to be, and even I was skeptical at first, how can you put a concrete deck on a boathouse? And a lot of boathouse damage is done by each year we get bigger and heavier boats and more wake, and these boat docks with the concrete deck take that, and they lay good, and they don't bounce up and down and tear them up, and it's more comfortable for using the boathouse when you have rougher water as well. And we've put a lot of lifts in a lot of the older style boathouses. As these metal lifts that are in the water rust out, we've went back and retrofitted those with Shoremaster boat lifts, and the 4-point side mount lifts are absolutely the way to go. It's a good lift, it's stable, it holds the boat dock together and holds it all together, and it's an excellent lift. That's why I trade with Shoremaster. I have a good rep. I'm very well taken care of. And as in any other business, there's always problems and certain situations that arise, and it's taken care of promptly. I get the satisfaction that I need with a phone call or two. It's corrected, stuff that I need is shipped to me, and we're up and good to go. We can, from the time we get a boathouse in a week or less of building it, a double with all the features, a shed and the upper sun deck, we can build that boathouse and have it in the lake, decked and ready for the electrician in a week's time. They're all satisfied customers when we're done, is the main thing. We have top of the line customers out here. They've got nice places, beautiful homes, put waterfronts in, and they want something to finish the accent on their house, and so they go with the Shoremaster boat dock that gets them exactly where they want to be, installed by Schramm Construction. The boat docks that we built prior to selecting the Shoremaster galvanized kit docks were built out of 8-inch C-purling and 2-inch square tubing and colored R-panel roof. You would install a new boathouse and it wouldn't be long, a year or two you're back fixing a walkway weld or maybe a lift issue, and very time consuming to keep up with trying to do new and building and repairing. And once we switched to the kit docks, to the Shoremaster kit docks, and you install them, and the air lifts that is my preference to use, it's once it's done and installed, it's basically trouble-free. Concrete deck, there's no staining or weekends of working on it. The encased floats, the galvanized part, the lifts, it's done. You put a Shoremaster boathouse out in front of you, and all there is to do is enjoy it. The very first one was Tony Gerard, and Tony is a CEO and second in command at Anderson Merchandising, and he said, I work hard all week. My work is different than your work, but I don't want to come home. We're finally able to build us a new boathouse. I don't want to come home and I see guys out staining a deck, and I'm not interested in that. I don't want to have to do it. What can you do? And that was another determining factor for me when I selected the very first boathouse for Tony and Ann Gerard, was the fact that the concrete, there was no maintenance, there was no upkeep. You know, a truck wash brush and some water out of the lake cleans bird poo off pretty quick, and that's about all there is to do. The people that we've installed boathouses and seawalls for, it's automatic for them when family or friends buy a place at the lake. We just get a call from a previous customer that says, hey, you need to contact so-and-so, and I've told them that this is what they need, this is the product, they need a seawall, they need a Shoremaster boathouse, and they sell themselves from that aspect. We're passed down. People have to make an appointment for me to come and drink whiskey with them because I don't have to come and work on their boathouse anymore.
That's awesome.